Isn't it funny, us folk with unresolved childhood trauma, especially coming from houses with or households where we had parents who were incredibly strict and punished us for the slightest things? I mean, how all that shit just comes flooding back when someone kind of tells you off or disapproves of you or may have a difference of opinion. So I'm recording this video on the back of what happened in the gym just now. So I'll give you guys a little bit of context. So gym instructor just now, who is also a friend of mine. So I was lifting some heavy, do some chest press with dumbbells, heavy dumbbells, and I dropped them on the floor a couple of times. Now I only did about 2 sets, I think maybe 3, and I dropped them on the floor, and it was on the carpeted area rather than the more padded area. And he came over and he complained that I might rip up the carpets. I thought myself first it was a little bit much, but it is his gym. So it's just funny that the first thing, people with trauma do is they take it personally. I took it personally. And I had to just remind myself that it's not personal. Now, the guy's demeanour this morning he didn't seem as jolly as he normally is. Maybe he is having a bit of a off morning himself. Who knows? But he was completely within his right to tell me not to drop the heavy weights, and he told me in a kind of a calm, clear, professional manner. He just seemed stern when he said it. And for us people with trauma, it's what we do. We pick up on tone an awful lot. We pick up on that sternness. And we think that it's something to do with us more. So I started analysing and scanning like any, kid or adult who has that wounded inner child inside them who scans for danger and threat. I mean, I did exactly what I've been trying not to do over the last few weeks. I mean, I started scanning about like, why is it he said that to me? It can't just be about the weights. Oh, I haven't gone to his classes recently. I was pissed off with that, I'm a bit of a lapsed customer. That's why he said it. Oh, the other guy in the gym who I know, I'm a spin instructor now, so I was talking to him about doing some spin classes in the local centre. He probably heard that and probably is thinking that I'm poaching his customers. And it's so funny that, this is what your kind of default thoughts are, when you have trauma. You really have to just become aware of that noise. Now, the thing is, all of what I said, and this is very important to say this, could be true. That's the greatest trick that all of our brains playing us. It could be true. He could have overheard me. He could have been pissed off. He could have been trying to get a dig in. But the chances of that actually happening and that actually being true, it's about 0.0001%, So it was more than likely a case that, you just look at the guy himself. He's got like small kids. He's up late nights. He's working. It's a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. He was training someone new. Just look at all the facts. But, I just went to that place, that I just wanted to leave straight away. Part of me even wanted to cry. And I feel embarrassed saying this shit. That I'm like a soon-to-be 47-year-old man. But that's what trauma does to us. And we have to just embrace that with kindness, love and compassion. And just go, this isn't really me. This is just my past life that's just still, this part of me that's still damaged. And just remember, you're doing fantastic. And you're doing great, And it's not your fault that you have these thoughts. They just pop up, whether you like it or not. Now, you will get to a stage where, with practice each and every day, you know, with these small little triggers, just the less and less you kind of just take them to heart and just breathe, you know, the better you'll feel, really. So that's kind of one of the main things I kind of wanted to talk about this morning. And yeah, sitting here right now, I mean, I can still sort of feel the burn and the sting a little bit. And like I said, I'd rather wish I didn't. You know, and if you're listening to this and you're feeling somewhat similar, you know, if you are kind of in your more midlife years, or even if you're not, like even if you're, you know, in your late teens or 20s, whatever, I mean, just remember that your reaction to this, don't beat yourself up over it. You know, it's your programming. It's what's kept you safe all these years. It's your protection mechanism kicking in. It's your fight, flight, or fight. Or freeze. That's exactly what it is. Or fawn. I mean, all four of them kicked in this morning. It was quite fascinating just to watch how my brain was just reacting to the whole thing. I mean, so the first thing I want to do is like refuse or apologize profusely and just go, Jesus, I'm really sorry, just to make sure he's okay with me and we're good, you know, and that nothing bad will happen to me because we've cleared the air. That's the first thing I want to do. Now, you know, that's probably a bit of a flight response. This is definitely a flight response. I want to just flee the area and just leave in a way to let him know that, you know, I'm annoyed at what he said to me. I want to do that. I wanted to go up and challenge him and just go like, are you all right? Are you okay? Have you got a problem? And I want to do that. And then the last thing I wanted to do was, he was kind of around me while I was lifting some weights. I wanted to clean the area. I wanted to stack all the weights up properly and have them all so I could prove to him that I'm not just some dickhead who comes in and just throws weights around and tries ripping up his carpets, you know? It was absolutely fascinating. Fascinating. Now, I finished my couple of sets, I did another exercise, and then I left. Because I did feel slightly uncomfortable, and that's okay. That's completely okay to feel uncomfortable like that. Because I'm still learning and I'm still growing. Now, I'm here now, and I'm recording this video, and of course, the normal me I would do is I'd go home and I'd say all this to my wife, and I'd be looking for some sort of reassurance that, like, I'm not a bad person, that it wasn't me, that it, you know, that this guy, you know, is just having an off morning, blah, 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 blah. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do any of that. I mean, it's good to get this stuff out of your system. That's why I'm recording this video right now. And it's good to kind of discuss and journal this in a grown-up way. Because these kind of reactions have had a massive hold over me my whole life. You know, if people smile, I mean, I'm hypersensitive. If people smile, I mean, straight away it's like, oh, I, you know, must be walking funny, or... Because we grew up where every single action was scrutinized and criticized. And that's why we're like this. I mean, it's not by fucking choice, like. We're just like this because that's how we were raised. We were raised if we weren't standing straight, like, you know, you were disciplined. You know, if you're slouched over, you were disciplined. If you didn't, you know, finish your glass of water and put it in the sink straight away, you were severely disciplined. You know, so this all, you know, so just cut yourself some slack. You know, this is what it is. Just, you know, it's just threat scanning, basically, is what it is. And then all I want you to do is just take some deep breaths and just go, okay, that's now in the past. You know, situations like this will arise again. And this time we'll be more prepared for them. And I'm just very proud of you. Just keep doing what you are. Keep being aware of these things. and just observe them as much as you can. And if you need to journal them, I mean, get out a pen and paper, take out your camera, and just journal it. And take a deep breath and go about your day. Okay. Well, God bless you. Thanks, Mel, for watching this video. And, I mean, have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.